lunges, just in case you're cold, get you warmed up. So let's start in a strong set position. So anchor down through your heels, soften through your knees, just let your hands drop by your thighs and start to ease into your shoulders when you're ready. So you just want to loosen the tops of the shoulders, pulling the shoulder blades right down to the back of the ribs. Gently drawing the belly in, and then whenever you're ready, we're going to take the arms a little bit higher. So your elbows just coming up and over the shoulders. Squeezing your shoulder blades together as you take the arms back. And again, just let your weight anchor into your heels. Give your tailbone a little tuck under, and then we're going to cross over the arms. The arms start here, one crossed on top, and then one underneath. We're going to add a little step. So you're going to step forward as you open your arms. So you're squeezing your shoulder blades together. Your arms start to come into a diagonal position. And so you're getting a just slightly different stretch across the chest. Letting your weight come into your front foot. And just allowing your back heel to peel off the ground. And give me one more to your left. And then stay in the middle. Side lunge to your right. And you're going to add an arm lift. You can stop your arms in line with your shoulders. Or you can sweep them all the way up. You want to keep your left foot flat on the ground. And we're going to start to go a little bit wider into that lunge if you can. Pushing your knee out towards your toe. And a really strong left leg. So you're going to start to use your inner thigh to pull yourself back into centre. And again, option to keep the arms a little bit lower if that's better for you. Give me two more across. And one last one. Straight over to this side when you're ready. So again, arms can stop in line with the shoulders. Or you can let the arms sweep all the way up. Now you want to keep your back nice and long. Push your weight back into your bottom. And again, drive your hips straight back under your shoulders. Try and breathe in as you come across. And breathe out as you come back into the centre. Wider step if you can. For your last two, nice strong and strong through your right leg. And into your last one. Straight into lunges. We're going to step forward, open up your right arm, and then step back. And your left leg. Now as you step into your lunge, your front knee just stacks over the heel. And as your right leg steps forward, it's your right arm that sweeps back. Now we're looking for a little stretch in our hips. So bend your back knee, and let that back knee sink down towards the ground. And as you draw the arm back, let your head turn with the arm. A little press out with the front knee. So feel that outer thigh stay nice and strong. And again, we're going to do two more each side. Sink a little deeper into your back knee whenever you're ready. Perfect timing. So you decide to hover up upstairs. One more time, shoot complain, and then stop. And step in. Let's do some warm-up squats. So feet just outside the hips, so we're in a wider position. Turn your heels, and from here, we're just going to sit back into the hips and lift the arms to shoulder height. Your knees push out over your toes. Little rise through your core, and then lift the heels as you rise. So you want to squeeze your bottom, hips again right back under the shoulders, and again let the arms come higher. We're going to take the arms into a side bend. So give me one more here, and the next time you come up, your arms over to the right, and then over to your left. You'll still keep the hips in the centre, and just let the arms come up and over. Now your arms want to stop by your ears, don't let them come across your face. Keep pushing your knees out nice and wide at the bottom. Breathe out strong. Now really push up through the balls of your feet. And let your eye gaze now follow your hands. So getting lots of movement through the neck and through your spine. We're going to do another one on each side. So nice and deep into that squat. And then resting here. Grab one of your weights. Just the one to begin with. Okay, let's find some balance. Both feet underneath your hips. Shoulders are back. You're going to lift your right leg, your left arm, and keep the trunk of your body nice and still. So anchor through the heels, take a breath in. As you breathe out, your right left arm and your right leg. Now draw the tummy in, tuck your tailbone under, and as you push your leg out to the side, try and get your toes pointing forwards. Keep the tailbone tucked under so it helps keep the hips level, and if you need to, just take the leg movement a little bit smaller. Okay, we're going to go with 4 more to the side. Breathe out with your lift, in as you lower, 2 more, and then your last one here. You're going to stay here, bring your weight to your shoulder, you're going to lean into your right leg, lift your left arm, and then you can do a little side crunch, pulling your knee up towards your elbow, and your elbow down towards your knee, but don't flex forward. Keep your chest lifted, keep your standing knee just slightly soft, and use the out breath to push the weight back up. Try not to touch the foot down if you can. And again, give it another 4 here. Breathe out on that brace, and 2, and 1 more, and step down. Reset. Feeling your shoulders already? I know I am. So from there, we're going to come to the other side. We're going to start with the feet back under the hips. Your left leg this time, your right shoulder. So drop the shoulders down, soft knees, tailbone under. Breathe out when you're ready to go. Now try not to let the hips move off to the side, and keep pulling the crown of your head up towards the ceiling. Don't lock out the standing knee. Try and keep that soft as possible. And just watch your shoulder as it lifts. Keep your shoulder blade pulled down in towards the back of your rib cage. Strong out breath, strong core. Stretch the arm out nice and long for 3, 2. Keep the weight in this hand, just bring your weight into your left leg. Weight comes to your shoulder, you're going to extend, and then you're going to pull your knee towards your elbow. Now you can use your opposite arm to help you counterbalance. Just a little crunch coming into the waist. Fully extend the arm at the top. And so you can do this and keep your foot off the ground at the bottom. Now again, draw the tummy in. Keep the chest nice and high. Keep gently tucking under the bottom all the way through. For 4, stretch up tall. 3, keep pulling the head up to the ceiling. And your last one, come down. Bring your weight to your chest. Take your feet outside your hips. 1 squat, 1 press. So we're going to sit into our squat. We're going to press, pull it back to the chest and rise. So down, press to chest and up. Pull the hips back. Now just open up the knees, then push out in line with the toes. As you press the arms up, keep the chin tucked in and your core nice and tight. We're going to hold our squats. We're going to do 3 presses at the bottom, so hold for 3, pull to the chest, 2, 1, push through the heels. Again, down deep, hips no lower than your knees still pushing out over your toes, and then so you can go just a little bit deeper, keeping the back really long, really strong. Starting to feel your thighs, definitely starting to feel the shoulders, and give me 1 more. Strong brace all the way through, and rest here. Bring your weight to your thighs and bring your feet in. A little deadlift, so keep the shoulders pinned back, just hinge forward. And your aim now is to keep your back nice and long, your chin's tucked in, and your hips just push back behind the heels. When you're ready to rise, you're going to push your heels into the floor, and again you're squeezing the bottom to get the hips under your shoulders. So you're just getting a feel for the hinge from your hips. Breathe in to come forward, and breathe out on the rise. Really squeeze into your bottom and drive the hips right back under the shoulders. Give me 2 more. We go into a single leg deadlift. So from here, your weight in your right hand. You're going to take your right leg back and pull the shoulders back. We're going to come into our tip forward. Your first option is just a single arm row and then rising. Your second option is a fly out to the side, which is really going to challenge the muscles in your standing leg. Now if you feel it's difficult pulling the elbow out wide, just keep it close to your ribs and start to focus on your chest staying really open and lifted. Now that back leg, as it lifts, wants to be really long and strong, so you're squeezing the front of your thigh. If you're feeling okay with your balance, try bringing the arm out to the side. Don't rush, stay really slow so you're engaging your core, resisting the sway to the side and coming back up tall. We're going to go with 3 more on this side and then we're going to add in a little knee bend. So go with your last 2. We're all going to come to our bent elbow next. So come forward again, hold it here and bend your knee as you row. So you're coming down into just a single leg lunge. You're pushing your toes back and then you're driving your hips forward. You've got that sensation of your tailbone being drawn down towards the heel, reaching back into the toes, as if you're stretching that leg as far back as you can. And every time you drive up, drive the heel into the ground. Last 2, and 1 more. And that leg should feel quite warm. Change sides. So we're going to start with the easy part first. There is an easy part. Left leg back, and lean, get that nice length. Pull the crown of your head right to the corner of your room, and your tailbone right back to your heel. Tip forward when you're ready. Roll the arm, or bring the arm out to the side. A lot more challenging when the arm comes away from your body. So again, we're looking at the stability through the standing leg. Feel your knee gently pressed out towards the little toe. That's going to help with your balance. And when you come into centre, just lightly tap your back foot. So all the work, all the load stays on that standing leg. If you're bringing the arm out to the side, feel the shoulder blade. Pull it in towards your spine as you bring the arm up. That's certainly tough. So let's give it another 2 on this side. Really starting to strengthen the upper back and the shoulders. And then we're going to go with that knee bend. So on your next one, you're going to come forward and you're going to hold. So you're going to tip here, bend the knee with the arm out to the side, or bend the knee with the elbow pulling back. Feel your hips shift back and then push forward. So you're almost tapping your back foot down. You can touch the foot on the floor, or you can just try and stay with that hover. Keep the chin nodded in. If you're starting to wobble like me, just keep your elbow close to your body. 3 left here, push out the heel. For 2, and 1 more. Perfect. And then step in and shake your legs. Okay, let's come into a squat with a twist. So we're going to stay narrow with our squats. We're going to bring the arms up in line with your mid-chest. You're going to take a little turn to your right and then pull it back into your chest. So it's a narrow stance, your feet are almost hip distance apart. Shoulders are back, push your weight forward, draw the tummy in. Little turn to the diagonal, back into the centre and pull to your chest. Breathe in, breathe out, don't let the hips move, and then come back up tall. Knees are over your toes, hips are sitting back and down. And again, a really tight core here, so when you turn to that small diagonal position, the hips don't move from side to side. So your brace, small twist, And you need to keep the plate in line with your chest, here and here. So that helps keep the chest up. And again, that really strong control through your core. And keep the weight into the heels. So it stops the hips twisting. You're letting your eye gaze follow your hands. And it's not a very big turn. Not if you're keeping the hips still. So if you imagine you're on the dial of a clock, you're just going to 5 past the hour, back to the hour, and into the centre. Shoulder blades down to the back of the ribs. And again. One more each side. Brace your core really, really strong now. And then one more to your left. Pull up tall. Release your weight. Release your shoulders. Right, so we're going to do our triceps in a kneeling position. So when you're ready, we're going to come down to the floor. I think some water might be necessary. Oh, wow. There we go. So in a kneeling position, you should have our right leg forward. If you prefer, you can do the standing with the tricep kickback, or you can come into this kneeling position. We take a step forward, and your front knee slides over your heel. So you've got a little diagonal from your back knee up to your shoulder. Don't let the shoulder drop in. Pull it back, draw the belly in, pull your elbow up, and just into your tricep kickbacks. Going to make sure you feel your triceps tomorrow and the day after. Now really straighten the arm. Check out the upper part of the arm. That wants to stay really, really still. And you're physically squeezing right down the back of the arm to get the arm straight. Just coming back to 90 degrees. Little nod back in with the chin. And an out breath to extend. Now again, keep lifting your belly button up towards your back. Try not to let the shoulder drop forward. So you've got that feel of those shoulders staying back, your chest staying open and lifted all the way through. Give me 5 more on this arm. 5. And again. 4, 3, 2. And your last one. We're going to change legs, so just simply bring the weight down, swap hands and change legs. So your opposite leg coming forward. Front knee over the heel, rest the elbow on the thigh but don't collapse. Lift the front of your ribs, slot your shoulder back, pull the elbow up. Extend and bend. Don't let anything else in your body move. So you've got the tuck under with your bottom, got lots of length all the way up through the back. And the shoulder again rolling back, so you're open through the front of the shoulder and just squeeze into the back of the arm every time you extend. Breathe out through the mouth. Brace your core on every extension. And again, go another 5, right to the top, fully straighten your arm every time. 3 left. 2, and 1 to finish. You're going to come straight in onto your knees. Weights can come above your head, knees under your hips. And here again, don't let your back arch. Tuck under your tailbone, and then weight to the base of the neck. And extending. Now, whether you're standing or you're kneeling, you're trying to get the trunk of the body really still, and you're trying not to let the elbows wing outwards, so just squeeze them in. Try and keep the elbows squeezed in, just in front of your ears, so you can see the elbows out the corner of your eyes. Don't let the ribs flare, so the ribs are softening down towards the hips. Breathe in as you drop the weight down, out breath to fully extend. Keep squeezing your glutes, whichever position you're in, to help keep that stability as you move. Now we're going to go for another 10. Down, up. Squeeze the backs of the arms. Try and get your fingers pointing straight back up towards the ceiling so your wrists stay straight. You're halfway there, another 5 to go. This is just to warm up your triceps. Back to the arms that we all like to get toned. 2 to finish. And your last one. And now your triceps are prepped. Bring your weight down. Come onto your bottom. We're going to go with tricep dips, and you're going to have your feet out in front. Nice little arm workout tonight. Fingertips point into your toes, roll the shoulders back, lift your chest up so you're not sinking into your lower back. Now we're going to take our body weight back, but you just bend your elbows, not your back. And you're going to push through the heels of your hands to straighten the arms. Breathing in, keep the chest lifted, pause, push down through the heels of the hands to lift. Now again, in through your nose, out through your mouth. Just think how hard your press-ups are going to be once your triceps are really tired. How much more work you'll have to do in your chest. Again, just watch the elbows, don't wing outwards. You want to send them directly back, as if you're lowering your forearms down to the floor. And then again, you're pushing the heels of your hands into the ground, and you're squeezing right up into the backs of the arms. Give me 4 more. Then we're going to have a little pulse at the bottom. Last 2, ladies. And then your next one, stay down, and just a small movement for 4, 3, 2, 1, and all the way up. Again, small for 4, keep the head up, keep the elbows in, all the way up, and 2 more sets. Just a little pulse. Let the weight go back into your hands. Push up straight. 1 more time. 4 here. Elbows pushing back. Squeezing gently in towards each other. And then pause. Bring your arms forward. Just release your triceps. You want to bring your hand onto your shoulder. Just gently ease it back. Lift the shoulder up. And gently press the hand down towards the mid-spine. Change sides. So again, just a little release through the backs of the arm. Lift your chest up nice and high. And then from there, we're going to go to press-ups. You're going to release your arms. We're going to start easy with the press-ups. We're going to do 3 sets of 8. So we're going to see where we go with these press-ups tonight. We're working the hands wider than your shoulders. Your fingertips want to face forward. So if you have got a mat, you'll find your hands will be off the mat. Knees under your hips, and then take your body weight forwards. So your nose is past your fingers. Shoulder blades are drawn into the back of the ribs. As you lower, your chin slides past your fingertips. You're going to pause here and then push through the heels of your hands. We're going to do them slow. So your back's long. Your head doesn't drop below your shoulders. Feel that you're bending your elbows rather than dropping your chest down to the ground. So again, if you've got a nice long pull, and you imagine that's at the back of your t-shirt, it doesn't allow your back to bend, and it doesn't allow your back to sink. You feel your body weight moving into your hands. Push down through the heels of the hands to work into your chest. You've got 3 left here, breathing into your nose, and then breathing out through your mouth. In to ease down, pause, out breath to push. 1 more time. Easing your breath in, and then breathing out. Just pull your hips back, give yourself a little release. That's 1 set of 8 down, only 2 sets to go. So your next challenge, we're going to go a little bit faster, so it's a little bit easier, but we're going to take the knees a little further back. Not too fast though, don't need to rush. So your hands are wide again. Normally you've got your knees under your hips, just take them 1 inch or 2 back, push your body weight forward, now brace your core. A little bit quicker. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See, they're much easier when they're quicker, aren't they? So you've got a choice now. You can try and do 8 on your toes, a little bit quicker, or you can stay on your knees like we've just done and stay with that speed. So, on your knees here, bring your knees forward and go slower, or take your legs further back, lift up your knees, and let's go for 8 when you're ready. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, knees down, and pull your hips straight back. Stretch the arms and walk your fingers forward. And you'll be glad to know that's the last of your press-ups. Let's come onto our backs when we're ready. So we're going to take a roll over onto the back, and you're just going to have one weight. So a little bit of core focus as we use our weight. We're going to start with the weight on the mid-chest. You're going to have your knees up above your hips. Now from here, you're going to extend the arms. You're going to press your lower back to the floor. And you're just going to work with a single leg. Extending the arms and one leg. And all I want you to do is take your arms and one leg as far away as you can, but keeping the whole of your spine on the floor. Breathe in as you reach back. Breathe out, come into the centre. Now you can add a little crunch with this. You can lift the head as you come into the centre, or you can keep the head rested. And you get that feeling of pulling your ribs down towards your hips. You've got more options to go. So give me one more on a single leg, and see if you can go with double legs. You don't have to, you can stay with singles. You can extend the legs away, come back into a crunch. Breathe in, breathe out with a lift. 6 left, whichever position you choose to work from. Make sure your back's anchored to the floor as you go into your extension. Never said it was going to be easy, but you're not here for easy. Not on a Thursday night. One last one. You're going to hold your crunch or hold your plate here, and you're going to alternate the legs. Try and lift the shoulder blades, and now you're going to take your heels down towards the floor. As one leg comes in, your other leg comes out. Keep pushing the arms up so the arms are nice and strong. And again, with 4 more on each side. Lots of breath. Last 2 each leg. And rest. Bring it down. Drop the shoulders back into the floor and rest your head. You're going to bring your heels close now towards your hips. So go into our bridges. And we're going to go straight into single leg bridges today. Why not? Have your weight in your right hand and lift your right knee. If you prefer, you can have your toe on the ground, but pull the weight into your left leg. Option knee here, harder still leg here. Let's do 10 on each leg. We're going to press the plate as we lift the hips. Your left arm comes out to diagonal, press your shoulders into the floor, breathe in to prepare, press down through the heel and drive the foot up. Bend the elbow and then extend. That's just a nice bit of rhythm. Try to get the bottom just off the ground. 4 more here. 3, 2, and 1. Just change sides. Don't worry, there's more to come on that side. Just get in the rhythm first. So your elbow backing by your ribs, heels into your knees, knee lifted or leg straight. Press your heel into the foot. Breathe in. When you're ready, press down through the heel, squeeze the bottom, drive the arm up. So again, you want to press the heel strongly down. You want to squeeze your glutes, get the lift of the hips, and press your knuckles up towards the ceiling. Press the shoulders into the ground. Last one. And then rest. Change legs. Again, you can keep the knee bent if you want to. We'll start with the knee bent, then we'll take it into the leg extension. Let's do 2 with the knee bent to begin with. Your shoulders now need to be really strong into the ground. When you're ready, you're going to lift. Squeeze your bottom, knee at 90. You're going to extend the leg and bring the arm out to the side, then back into the centre. We stay here, we've got 8. Now your option is to your legs to be straight, breathing and lowering, don't let the hips drop, and breathe out with a lift. You're lowering your weight right in line with your mid-chest. It's not coming up by the ear. Your heel is crushing down into the ground. Your bottom's squeezing and it's not sinking as you lower your leg. Remember, you can do this from a bent knee. Once more. Now hold the leg up. Lower the arm and the hips for 8. Back up. 7. Lift. 6.
squeeze into the chest. Drive your foot as if you're stamping your foot on the ceiling for 4, 3, 2, and 1, and rest. That's that leg taken care of. Should try on the other side. So again, little reset, anchor the shoulders, start with the knee at 90, take your left arm out. When you're ready, press down through the heel, extend the hips, extend the leg, just float the arm out to the side, and you're trying to avoid your body rocking over to the side. Once you feel you've got the balance, you can come back in with that straight leg. You're keeping the bottom squeezed, so as you lower your leg, your bottom's not sinking. 4 left here. Breathe in as you raise it down. Now breathe out, lift it back up. We're going to make it all one move. Your last one here, and hold at the top. Knee bent, all legs straight. Down with the hips and the arm, and push your foot to the ceiling. Keep your shoulders pressed down to the floor. Chin tucked in, and your knees pushing forward in line with your toes. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Roll on yoga floor. Hug your knees into your chest. Just give your lower back a release, and your glutes. Put your right foot on the floor. Just extend your left leg up. You're going to try and squeeze the front of your thigh, just get a hamstring stretch, and push your bottom down to the ground. Breathe in. As you breathe out, just try and ease your leg a little bit further back. Not too much, just gently increasing that stretch. Change legs when you're ready. It's just a nice release. It's a reward after all those bridges. Pull the shoulder blades down. Squeeze the front of your thigh. Ease your leg back. Okay, from here, bring both knees in, above your hips, draw them into your chest. Take the knees a little wider and just release your lower back. When you're ready, take a roll up. Come up into seated. Let's focus on a bit of core tonight. With or without your weights, we're going to come into an oblique twist. So when we do our twist, we're trying to keep the feet, the knees and the hips still. So when we rotate from side to side, we use our waist. If the legs and hips move, we just lose a little bit of connection here. So we need to scoop the tailbone under, pull your belly button back and almost up into your rib cage and hold it there. Now, arms are straight. You're going to lower down to the floor and just draw a little arch over your knee. If you need less, bend the elbows and keep your weight close to your body. Again, let the head turn, but you want to keep your eye gaze in a nice straight line from side to side. Then you're going to try and make your arch just a little bit bigger, so the arms come up and over. You're letting your plate come just over your nose. Oh, there it is. Now, if you want to try a little harder, lift your feet off the ground. So you just allow your weight to go a little bit further back into your bottom. And then again, you're trying to make sure the legs don't rock as you work through the waist. You have 4 more each way. Turn the shoulders. 3 more. And 2. Last one each way. And then rest it all down. Weight into your chest. Roll back. So from here, we're going to roll back just a third of the way down, then push forward and lift. So you can bring your plates into your chest, drive forward, and then lift the arms. You're trying to get your shoulders all the way back above your hips. And as you extend the arms, that starts to work into the back extensors and helps to support the spine. Smooth roll down, strong push forward. Now if you want, you can roll all the way down. Drive forward, then lift at the top. Keep the chin tucked in, so you're looking forward as you rise. Keep the chin tucked in, so you're looking forward as you lower. Do you want a little bit harder still? Let's see if you can keep the arms straight. So you're going to roll back, and then you're going to roll up, pressing your plate up to the ceiling, and and then rolling back. And your arms will stay tucked in just in front of your ears. Breathing as you ease down. And that strong out breath as you press up. 4 more to the top. Breathe out through your mouth. Press your plate straight up to the ceiling. Last 2. And you get to stay at the bottom this time. And from here, keep your plates above your head. Bend your knees. Press your shoulders into the floor. Bring your knees above your hips. And let's go for a tricep press again. So back into the backs of the arms. Your shoulder blades are pressing into the ground. We're going to tap the toes and then we're going to lift the knees. Now your toes tap on the ground, but your knees stay fixed. You're not dropping from the knees. You're keeping the knees at 90 and you're moving from the hips. Your focus, again, is keeping your back in contact with the mat. It's time to feel everything shake. Shake, rock and roll. Let's go for a 5. Light tap and a strong lift. 4, 3, last one. Press your back to the ground and then stop. Hold here and pulse your plate. Up, up. Now if you find it hard to pulse the plate, just go with a little pulse on your reverse crunch. Or stay with the pulse of the plate, pressing up to the ceiling for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, up to the thighs, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come all the way down. Oh, let's have a roll onto our side. Let's have a roll all the way over. I think we better do some planks. So what we're going to do for our planks is come onto our elbows. We're going to do a little tap with our foot out to the side. So we're going to go really slowly, so we're making sure the hips work and the abdominals work to keep the hips still. So your elbows under your shoulders, pull the shoulder blades into the back of your ribs, tuck under your toes, come up onto your knees and draw your tailbone to your heels. We're going to keep the shoulders over the elbows. Don't let the head drop down, so ears are in line with shoulders. Your right leg, you're going to push your right foot back, tap it out to the side, into the centre, and your knee down. Left leg, straight, keep your toe pointing to the floor, back into the centre, and knee down. Now your breath, in, out, in, and out. Now if you don't want to tap out to the side, you can just straighten your leg, and then lower your knee back down. You're trying to challenge your oblique muscles now, the muscles between your ribs and hips, at the sides, and you're trying to make them work really hard to stop your body rocking from side to side. Then you can maybe see if you can bring your leg just a tiny bit wider. Again, just a light tap on your toe, and yeah, we're going to do that. Still making sure the floor's dry. Okay, give me one more on each side. You know by now that any exercise you can rest whenever you need to. If you need to, come down. If you can, lift one knee and then just alternate your knees. Not let the knees touch the floor. Bring your body weight forward so shoulders are right back over the elbows. Just pedaling your legs for 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then both knees down. Walk your hands back. Hands under your shoulders. Draw your belly up and tuck your bottom right under. Look to your thighs. Now bring your body weight forward again, so your hands, shoulders are back over your hands. Your front arm threads under. As you open, you're going to slide your opposite leg away. Now you can stay with just the arm, or you can leave the hand down and work with just the leg. But if you can, drive the leg back as you open up the arms. So get lots of rotation through the back of the body. And again, this really helps to strengthen the muscles around your spine. Give me 3, 2, 1,
change sides. Again, if you want to just start with a hand, little thread and a pull back. Turning the head with the hand, adding the leg in whenever you're ready. So it's the opposite arm and the opposite leg. You can take it slowly. Slide the shoulder blade into the spine, reach right up into your fingertips, and one more. Your last one, and then stop. From here, just pull your hips back, walk your fingers forward. So you want to bring one hand underneath the other. You're going to thread your arm underneath. You're going to look under your armpits, and you're going to gently sit your hips back towards your heels. Now this front shoulder, we're going to try and gently roll back, as if you're lifting your armpit up, and then just turn your head a little, and put a little bit more weight back into your bottom. So get a nice big stretch through the spine, through the waist, right into your lower back. Change sides. Bring the opposite arm forward, thread this one through, the back of your hand rests on the ground, and your top shoulder just gently rolling back. I think we've had quite a strong workout tonight. Come into the middle when you're ready, and from here, just lunge your right leg forward. So your knee is going to sit above the ankle, then you're going to lift your ribs, hands to your thigh, and then let your ribs just gently ease back behind your hips. Lift the front of your rib cage, let the hip drop down, just release all the way down the front of your thigh. Now you're going to slide your weight back and you're going to straighten your front leg. Hands down your thigh, or if you can keep your back nice and long, you can bring your hands down to the ground. You're pushing your bottom back and your chest forward and lifting. From there we change over legs. So just bring that back knee in, step the opposite foot forward, knee again over the heel, press the knee gently out and square at the hips, and let that back hip just drop. Breathe in, lift your ribs, lift your eye gaze, let the hips go a little heavier, just sinking down to the ground, and then into your hamstring. So you're going to pull the hips back, you straighten your front leg, make sure the hips are still square, hand can be on the thigh, or it can come down to the ground. Lengthening, pushing your chest forward, breathing in, and again breathe out, so you can just edge a little deeper into that stretch. That always feels nice. The hard bit now is standing back up. So you're going to bend your front knee, you're going to lean your weight into this front leg, put your hands onto your thighs and push up. Step your feet together, elbows onto your thighs, draw the tailbone under and just nod the chin in so you're lengthening the back of your neck. When you're ready, cross your hands. As you roll up through your spine, your arms come forward, but I'm going to really pull the shoulders back and down. You're going to gently tuck in your chin just to release the back of the neck and the top of the shoulders. So you want that feeling, I'm going to kneel down so you can still sit my head. You want that feeling that your shoulders are pulling away from the ears and then the chin drawing down towards the chest. And then just release your arms and release the shoulders. And if you've still got any energy left in your arms, give yourselves a clap. Well worked, ladies. That was a little bit tough tonight.